Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we are taking a look at Pepex, right? There's never an end to Pepe scams, right? So is it legit or is it a scam? That's the question that we are always trying to answer on the channel. So what is this all about? So Pepex, the world's first AI-powered tokenization launchpad. Oh, we've got another launchpad. Pepex makes creating tokenized investments opportunities frictionless. Create a token in 5 minutes, tokenize ideas, manage new markets, early access to the next billion-dollar startup. Right? So I've got a problem with this particular project. Right? Things were going well when I was doing the research until I found a huge red flag, which just makes me call this whole project a massive scam, right? So let's look at that first, right? So any project whatsoever, let's go down here. The sooner you buy, the bigger the gains, right? So let's just take a look at the price. Currently, it's sitting at 0.025. That's the current price, right? We cannot see here which stage this is, right? But it's 0.025, currently raised 2.4 million US dollars, right? Which is absolutely weird. Okay, we're going to get into it right now. So stage 1, you're going to be getting 332% returns. Stage 2, 311%, 292%. So as you can see, right, these scammers are saying if you buy in stage 1, you're going to get 332% returns. This is the mistake that they made, because anyone, right, knows that it's impossible for you to guarantee returns in any investment. You can guarantee losses but not returns. You can't guarantee profits in any investment, whether it's traditional finance or in crypto. It's impossible to guarantee returns, and it's irresponsible as well. It's impossible and irresponsible, right? So you can see here all these stages here. So they are going all the way up to stage 30, I believe. There's stage 30, 5% returns if you buy in stage 30. So they are trying for you to get as much as possible right in the beginning, which is something that is completely weird, right? So this is absolutely a scam. Promising returns at each and every stage is absolutely a scam, right? So that's what they are saying. So what is this all about? Let's go and just take a look here. So they are saying, what is Pepex? Pepex is an AI-powered token launchpad that enables users to launch tokens with no coding skills while using fairer launches with anti-sniping protections. They're saying they have anti-sniping protections. If you don't know what sniping is, basically sniping works in this way. Someone famous launches a token, right, that people trust. Let's say Elon Musk, right, launches a token. And then the people, the tech team or the people around him who know about the token being launched, in the background go and snipe the token. So as it launches, they snipe it, which means they buy large quantities as soon as it launches. They have insider information. They snipe it by buying large quantities of that token just before. It's almost like a front-running bot, just before everybody else buys, right? And then when everyone else starts to get the news of a Elon Musk token launching, then everybody starts to buy, right? And then the snipers, once they are satisfied with how much they are making, they go and dump those tokens that they bought. That's sniping. So they are saying it's anti-sniping, right? How does Pepex differ from Pump.Fun? Unlike Pump.Fun, Pepex prevents insider manipulation by capping founder allocations at 5% and redistributing logged liquidity from failed projects back to the community, right? What blockchain? Well, they're saying Pepex is multi-chain, allowing users to launch tokens on multiple networks with minimal effort, right? And then let's go to the white paper, right? So if you go to the white paper, there's something interesting here that just further shows you. So all these things are just stories. right here, anti-sniping technology. So they are saying the Pepex platform implements proprietary anti-sniping protection that prevents the common practice of founders and early insight from front-running their own launches and dumping on unsuspecting community members, right? And then failure accountability, right? So we see here they are saying if a founder's project fails to gain traction, their logged liquidity is lost and redistribution back to the community, creating real consequences for low effort or malicious launches and reimbursing early believers rather than robbing them, right? And what period do they give this project a chance? So anyone who's going to be able to launch this token on their platform, what period do they give, right? I read somewhere here in the white paper that they only give 72 hours, right, which is about 3 days, right? They only give about 72 hours. If your token doesn't gain traction in 72 hours, then that's it, right? Let's try and see where I saw that 72 hours, right? So it seems they didn't list it here into the white paper. See here, or we can go back to the Q&A, right? So they said 72 hours. So how does Pepex use AI? And what is Pepex? How does Pepex differ from Pump.Fun, right? So basically they said 72 hours. That's when you can, if your token fails to get traction, what happens if you fail? If a project fails, the founders lose their liquidity, which is then redistributed to the community, right? And another thing about the white paper, right, besides the 72 hours, I'm sure it's somewhere in here. Something else about the white paper is they're talking about we're going to do this, we're going to do this. That's what this white paper is supposed to be showing. How are you going to do the anti-sniping, right? They're talking about anti-rug, anti-sniping. How are you going to achieve it? That's what you need to explain in your white paper, but we've just got words here. What algorithm are you going to be using for that, right? This is crypto. Everything is on the blockchain, right? In most cases, some are using Solidity to code this. So they need to be showing exactly what they are going to be doing, but here it's just stories and stories and stories, right? There's absolutely stories and stories and stories in here. We don't see where they're actually explaining how they're going to do stuff. It's just stories, right? So for me, it is an interesting idea. The whole thing of Pump.Fun is basically creating a rug type community, right? That's what Pump.Fun is, right? You create a token and then it goes to zero. You have to make your money before it goes to zero. It's like, but at least with Pump.Fun, everybody knows they are entering into the rug space, right? So for me, this one is a scam simply because they are guaranteeing returns. Anyone who guarantees returns is a scammer, right? Because you can't guarantee returns in any project, right? You can't guarantee. So they say create a token in 5 minutes, right? That's what it's going to be about. There it is. The strong will bond, the weak will be removed in 72 hours, right? So a lot of people do ask, so Net Crypto, you're showing us all these scams. So where are the legit tokens? Well, one thing that I can tell you is making money in crypto is not a get-rich-quick scheme, right? It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, right? But what I encourage you to do is to join the Net Crypto membership. If you're already subscribed to the channel, become a paid member by joining the Net Crypto membership. By so doing, you're going to get access to members-only content. And thank you to our current members, right? You're going to get access to members-only content, which is a strategy, a mature approach to crypto, not going to dump your money into a pre-sale. This pre-sale is going to last, like, when is it going to launch, right? Like you see here, they're saying, when is this going to launch? It has to go to stage 30, right? It's definitely going to take a couple of months, a very long time, right? But they are only giving 72 hours to their own tokens. We just see how ridiculous that is, right? So making money in crypto, you have to have a strategy. And those who are in the membership right now, they have up to 700%, right, profit. And this fluctuates. It goes up, it comes down, right? But we've got a strategy, a mature approach to crypto in there. So by joining the membership, you can also come up with your own strategy, something that works, something that is mature, a mature approach to crypto, and not dumping money into pre-sales, right? Because when you dump money into a pre-sale, you don't know. In most of the cases, you're just going to get rugged or you lose a huge percentage of your money, right? If the scammers are, you've got some messy, if they are merciless, you can lose 90%, or they can just disappear completely, right? And with this Pepe, there's Pepe Unchained, Pepe Ascension, Mind of Pepe, Wall Street Pepe, and then we've got also this Pepex Pepx, right? All these Pepe scams all over the place. So this is most definitely a scam. I would stay far away from it. If you want to get involved, at least wait until the launch, and the price is going to dump from the pre-sale price, and then you can beg this for next to nothing if you really are interested into it, right? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one or in the membership section.